I don't want it if it ain't money. I be laughing to the bank, shit hella funny.
That's what drove her to the edge and caused her to take drastic measures. Looks innocent at first, but in her other hand, she's concealing a gun. And when she reaches the teller's desk, she pulls it.
Bruh, did she notice? Did she notice?
But in her other hand, she's concealing a gun. And when she reaches the teller's desk, she pulls it out and demands money from the teller. The teller immediately responds by pulling the cash out of her register and calmly handing it over. After taking the money, Anne heads to the next desk and repeats the same
Bitch.
What the fuck,
thing once more, before exiting the bank just $500 richer, barely putting a dent in her losses.
All
This would
$500? $500? $500. Like, are you shitting me? Now you finna face football numbers for $500?
$500.
end up in.
You could have worked for that. You could have got you a job. For that, you could have got you a job.
Man, you could have cleaned some toilets at Walmart for that.
Fucking stock some shelves.
One of the most ridiculous arrests in police history.
Ma'am, do you have any weapons on you?
Lord, no.
To make matters worse, she'd left behind a litany of evidence. This very security camera footage obviously played a huge part. Many witnesses were able to provide information, and she even discarded various items of clothing out of her car window as she drove away. She even replaced her car's license plate and other identifiable cosmetics, but all this did was prove that her actions were planned and premeditated. That means when the cops tracked Anne down later that day, they wouldn't have a hard time getting her in cuffs. But first, they had to get through Anne's sister Margaret, a clearly hardened individual that the cops had to invoke heavy caution in dealing with.
Oh my God. Somebody's here?
Yes, ma'am. Come to me.
Hi. Oh, hands, I'm sorry. He said hands.
Please, ma'am.
She gotta move the bucket out the way and whatnot. She just was
You're
chilling.
patting down? You sweating?
I'll tell you what. Nope, that's good enough.
No.
Grandma was trying to get a little freaky. Grandma, you ain't gotta do all that, Grandma. Hold on, now, Grandma.
We already see them things sagging. We know you ain't got no bra on.
Yeah.
Relax.
You good, Grandma. You good. I promise. You ain't gotta lift up your shirt and nothing like that. We don't want to search you. You good. You're not the one we looking for.
Okay.
If I'm just gonna take the flight of my hand
Yeah, go right ahead, darling.
and just.
What did I do?
Darling.
Well, so
What you trying to get into?
we're trying to find out what's going on here.
No, in reality, Margaret is just as you'd expect any Ohioan grandma to be. And when the cops get their first view of Anne, it seems she's no different. Well, aside from being a bank robber.
Ma'am, come here.
And she was in the house and she just came out. We're shoveling sand. Oh my God.
Can you go over there by those officers for me, please, ma'am?
Me or her? And
I want you, please, ma'am, if you could.
she can't hear. I don't hear well. I can't hear over here.
Okay. Ma'am, do you have any weapons on you?
Lord, no.
Okay.
What did we do?
Okay. Yeah, I want you over there for me, please. Thank you.
Stop writing essays with ChatGPT. It sounds too AI, so you have to rewrite everything, and doesn't even...
Thank you so very much, ma'am.
My car's locked.
That's okay. Just hang out for a second, okay?
Me?
Yes, ma'am.
Inside the car, the officers would spot a handgun, one that they'd later find out was the same one she used in the robbery just hours earlier. The officers then start to talk amongst themselves to try and figure out if they really do have the right suspect. As difficult as it is to believe, Anne meets the description they were given by the employees. So, as strange as it may seem to them, the officers decide to arrest the 74-year-old grandma for bank robbery.
All right, so real quick, ma'am. This is Detective Rory Dutra and Officer Robinson. We want to talk to you about an issue that happened today.
Okay.
At this point in time, though, I'm going to take you into custody. If you
Okay.
can, please turn around and put your hands behind your back for me, okay? Just like you're praying. Are there any guns in the house, ma'am? I'll explain this here in 1 minute to you, okay? I promise. Just give me a minute, okay? Is that too tight on you, ma'am? Okay, I want to make sure you're okay. And I promise you we'll get everything situated here in 1 minute, okay? I promise.
Is anyone else in the house?
Huh?
Is anyone else in the house?
No.
Okay. Are there any dogs or pets or anything like that in there? Because we don't want them getting out or anything, okay?
Dog, no pets.
All right.
Anne is completely cooperative and only asks a couple questions as the officer leads her down the street, past her very shocked neighbors, and to the patrol car.
So we're going to wait. We're taking you to the police department if people want to talk to you, okay?
And
And that way we can explain everything and go that
They're
way.
not
I
even
just don't
trying
want
to
to step
hide
on
it
their...
neither. They just watching this shit.
Sitting out there, hand on the truck.
just.
toes, okay?
All right.
You know they got
Are those going to be okay on you? Those are all right?
Yeah, they're fine.
Okay.
I got popsicles.
All right. I just want you to be careful. And I know you're not going to try to run in front of me, but you know what? I'm clumsy, and sometimes I have a hard time.
Do I look like I could run?
No, I'm saying I know you're not, but I'm just holding on to you because I don't want you to fall, ma'am.
No, I don't want to fall either.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and unlock my back door for me.
Oh, I got my shoes.
Yeah, you're all right. It's all good.
However, inside the patrol vehicle is where the conversation starts to get a little more direct. The officers have been nothing but nice to Anne, and it seems as though that's put them in good favor with her. Good enough to openly confess without so much as a stutter.
I mean, this is just so I can address you by your name and everything else, okay? All right.
I did whatever you're here for.
I'm sorry?
I did whatever you're here for.
Okay. What would that be?
Margaret,
Okay.
my sister knows nothing about it.
Okay.
She knows absolutely nothing. She's in She's in the cold.
Be advised at 15:05 hours, the subject in custody openly admitted that she knew why we were here, and it was the R group robbery.
After confessing to the officer, Ann Myers was booked into jail and charged with aggravated robbery with a firearm and tampering with evidence. Due to how serious of a crime this technically was, her bond was set at $10,000, and she could be looking at a sentence of anything from 3 to 14 years in jail, as well as a fine of up to $30,000. But this next grandma didn't just pull a gun. She used hers to escape a traffic stop after threatening a state trooper.
Oh shit.
She got a gun! 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 Gun!
Late at night, on the 6th of November 2021, a state trooper pulled over 71-year-old Jean Hansen. She noticed Jean's vehicle driving suspiciously by suddenly pulling out in front of other vehicles and attempting to make a large U-turn across traffic. Now at first, Jean cooperates with the officer and pulls over, but quickly the officer will start to see strange behavior and many red flags. But she would never have expected what was to come.
There's an ER with a gunshot wound to his leg.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to find my way out.
Out of where?
Out of here.
Okay, this is a one-way.
This is a one-way?
Do you have your driver's license on you? Do you have your driver's license?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on out here. Where are you going? Where are you trying to go tonight?
Hardee's?
To Hardee's?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you were about to turn on me as you know what I mean? Like you're gonna go the wrong way because you probably were trying to cross over there.
Right.
Yeah. And then when you came over here, you're driving down 2 lanes, down the skip stripe.
Yeah,
And the other driver is kind of like, what are you doing? And then you pull over in the construction area.
Yeah, the construction area was perplexing.
Jean still seems confused and a bit disoriented. At first, Jean seems willing to follow the officer's instructions, but quickly she starts to get upset, and after each piece of bad news the officer delivers, things will start to spiral further and further out of control.
Okay, all right, can you come over here for a second? Yeah. Do you have anything on you? Anything sharp? Any weapons or anything?
Nope.
Where are you coming from tonight?
Minneapolis?
Minneapolis, is that where you live, or?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought I felt a wallet or something.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a seat in my back car?
Well, I don't want to see in your back car.
So this is the deal. I just ran this license plate and something came back, so I got to figure it out. So I'm just going to put you back here until I can figure it out, okay?
Can I shut my...
I will take... We're not going... No, we're not going to go anywhere yet. Let's just stay here and we're just going to figure out what's going on, and then
Why did they run my license plate?
I ran it when I made a traffic stop, so... Let's just go sit here back here for right now.
Let me
Okay?
shut it off.
Nope. I don't want you to go back in the car, okay? Ma'am.
No, that's all I have to do.
Ma'am, I don't
Ma'am,
want you.
that's
No,
all I have
ma'am.
to do.
Ma'am.
Wait a minute.
You're not allowed to come in here.
Why?
No. Stay out of the car.
Let me
Stay, ma'am. Do not get in that car. No! Don't! No! Don't! Help! She got a gun! 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 She just pointed a gun at me, took off. Church Hardee's. I got a St. Paul officer with me.
The reason Jean acted out like this was because she was on provisional discharge and had an active arrest warrant. The warrant was issued due to an earlier incident where she was committed as a mentally ill person following an assault charge. However, there really wasn't much more the officer could have done here. It's hard to expect a 71-year-old woman to be this non-compliant and this violent. In this situation, reaching for her own weapon could have spelled the end of this story for the officer. At least now she'll be able to call for backup and attempt to chase Jean down and pull her over while being much more prepared.
Negative, I don't see where she went.
Play back the camera, see where she went.
She pointed a gun at me. I don't know, they're trying to look on camera. She had a warrant.
She went north on Hamlin. I don't know if she went back on St. Anthony. She said she was headed to Hardee's. I got in my car right away. I think she went north of Hamlin.
Eventually, officers were able to track her down on a bridge over the I-94 highway a few miles away. She was standing on the side of a bridge, drinking from the bottle of tequila, and still grasping at the handgun she'd now tucked into her waistband.
This is mental illness.
And
both of these cases are mental illness.
At the rate some of y'all bitches are going, this is how y'all gonna be. I ain't gonna lie.
And nothing is gonna get better. You're only gonna get progressively worse and worse. So.
Officers called in a SWAT team, and they were eventually able to safely get her down from the bridge and into custody. This was when they found out that her gun was fake and made out of tinfoil and duct tape. Back at the station, she was charged with driving under the influence, fleeing an officer, and threatening violence. However, she ended up only being hit with a probation after a plea deal dismissed her fleeing and DUI charges. But these next cops weren't so lucky, as the gun they were faced with was very much real and loaded too.
She shot that hoe.
This woman is 51-year-old Suzanne Laprise, and in October of 2023, she walked into the police station in Bristol, Connecticut, while armed with a handgun and began to open fire. She started by walking into the lobby and hammering on the glass to the front desk, yelling for someone to come out. Eventually, she graduated from
Dude, she got a 5.7 on BO2.
using her fist to hit the glass, to her gun, flailing it around wildly, seeming to get someone's attention. Then, with almost no hesitation, she walks over to this door and fires a shot at the glass. After that, she fires at the front desk glass too. It seems as though she's got absolutely no idea what she's doing, and it's a miracle that nobody was around to get hurt. However, the second she's at the front desk glass...
You just come into the precinct busting shots? Is you crazy?
Bro!
Like, what? Bro, what? This is...
What?
This is mental illness.
What goes through your head? Like,
can't nothing be going through your head, bro. This is unprecedented. She probably went through a lot of traumas in her life.
man, fuck them traumas.
But that is nowhere. That is...
It seems as though she's got absolutely no idea what she's doing, and it's a miracle that nobody was around to get hurt. However, the second the gun was spotted by surveillance cameras, police behind the scenes rushed into action and were waiting for the right moment to make their move. Luckily, they wouldn't have to wait for long, as all of a sudden, Suzanne backed away from the front desk to seemingly take a break, and as though she's forgotten where she is, she takes out a cigarette and starts to smoke it, giving the cops the perfect signal to take out the threat.
Do not move, Ryan. Are these windows bulletproof? Shots fired. That's her right here, right? Laptop, yep. Get down! Get down on the ground! You serious, man? Nope, she just went back. Get down on the ground! Okay, she just went to the right. I have the gun in her hand right now. Ryan! Hey, go, 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 go! Yep. Good.
Another angle from the surveillance cameras shows how quickly officers rush in from 2 different doors to take her down without her even having a chance to react. Luckily at the time when Suzanne marched into the station and started shooting, all the officers react. Luckily at the time when Suzanne marched into the station and started shooting, all the officers had been standing behind bulletproof glass, which Suzanne wasn't able to penetrate. She was arrested and taken into custody and has now been charged with attempted murder, reckless endangerment, and breach of peace. She is being held on a $1 million bond.
Damn.
You ain't getting out. He was not getting out.
She fucking
Big
signed up for
ideas.
prison.
He went through a prison spirit.
Exactly.
React. Luckily at the time when Suzanne marched into the station and started shooting, all the officers had been standing behind bulletproof